Hello YouTube! This is Zombie Maiden, and today we have Baldur's Gate. This released about 2 weeks ago, roughly. I want to say around the 4th. And it is yet another game from Larian Studios, one of my favorite developers, personally. So, I do need to do a little bit of housekeeping first. This game does contain explicit content. It is not meant for children. I know there is nudity in this, and I have turned it off in the settings, and I will try to catch it wherever I can, but I cannot make any guarantees about any other potential mature content. So, if you are not here for that, if you feel that you will get upset, or will have any issues whatsoever with it, please move right on along to the next video. This may not be for you. If you are here for Baldur's Gate 3, if you don't care, then let's get right into it and see what we're dealing with, because I've never played Baldur's Gate. I got no clue what I am doing here, and I have no idea what it's about. It's my understanding it's related to D&D. So, let's figure it out. I want story. I haven't played this before. We're doing story. Okay. Oh, lovely. We have a levitating boy. Oh, yeah, no. No, thank you. Hi, octopus. What you think you're doing there? I don't want your gift. Ooh. Credit to Larian, though. Very good detail. Alright, we get to create a character! This is likely going to take a while. I apologize in advance. If you do not want to see me go through every little minute detail, skip to episode 2.
Hello, darling. Don't be shy. I promise not to bite until we've been formally introduced. My name's Astarion, and I've spent a century stalking the night, hunting for pretty morsels just like you. A man called Cazador made me what I am, kept me like a pet, forced me to do his bidding. No more. The Tadpole's influence broke his dominance over me, and now I can finally pursue the one thing I've hungered for these long, dark years. Revenge. I'm going back to Baldur's Gate to track Cazador down in his lair. I'll be the last thing the bastard ever sees.
Alrighty. So we have a vampiric elf? After 200 years serving a cruel master, the vampire spawn Astorian is finally free. Free to walk in the sun, free to chase power, and free to take revenge. Okay. Got Lizelle. Lizelle was raised ready for a life amongst the stars. Mercilessly conquering the cosmos as a Githyanki soldier. Grounded, she must deal with a world she doesn't understand and find a way to serve her people in a plane that despises her malignant kin. Okay, so we have a military orc, more or less? A cosmo-jumping military orc? Okay, let's see what she's got to say.
Since I was born in the cold reaches of world space, I have known but one purpose. To wield a silver sword and ride a red dragon in service of my regent, the Githyanki Queen Vlaakith. My first step on this path is to slay a mind flayer and bring its head to my queen. There is no flesh I will not carve, and no barrier I will not shatter to see it done. I am the one who sunders. I am the Undying Queen's most unshakable warrior. I am Lizelle of Kalir.
Okay, so it's Lizelle. I got that right. Let's see. Gale looks human. Gale's wizarding prowess once earned him the love of Mystra, the goddess of magic, until his ambition led him to the brink of catastrophe. Dude, you had a goddess, and you still messed it up somehow? Wow. I'm impressed. What's your excuse?
Well met, stranger. You find yourself in the presence of the renowned wizarding prodigy, Gale of Waterdeep. Please, no need to be intimidated. My virtuosic talents once caught the eye of the goddess of magic herself, Mystra, who named me her chosen, and her lover. Thanks to a slight miscalculation on my part, that relationship eventually soured, as did the greatest of my powers. Now I'm merely a humble wizard on the road to redemption. Unless I can find the path for something greater.
Wow. You are dripping in ego. Alright, Shadowheart. Shadowheart willingly undertook a ritual to remove her memories in order to protect the secrets of her fellow Shar worshippers. Loss and pain are sacred to her, but her faith is now being tested like never before. Alright. Shadowheart's religious, more or less.
My name is Shadowheart, loyal servant of Shar, goddess of darkness and loss. There is little more I can tell you than that. My Lady Shar tasked me with a mission of such secrecy that I surrendered great swathes of my memory in order to safeguard the knowledge of it. All I know is that I must bring the artifact I hold to Baldur's Gate, and that nothing can stand in my way. My goddess is watching.
While. Oh, I can rotate. Cool. Weil, what's your story? Known as the Blade of Frontiers, Weil uses his magic to fell the monsters and devils menacing the Sword Coast. In a moment of desperation, he accepted an offer of greater power, forcing him into an infernal game he is struggling to play. You made a bad deal. Gotcha.
"7 years ago, I was exiled from Baldur's Gate, the city I call home. My name is Will, but the people of the Sword Coast call me the Blade of Frontiers, champion of the meek, defender of the innocent. The truth isn't quite so simple, but they're right about one thing. I hunt monsters, and I always catch my prey. My latest target is a devil, and I'm right on her tail. Once I'm through with her, she'll never escape the fires of the first hell."
Okay, so your name is Will. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Karlach? Oh, are you potentially the demon that he's after? Or is Will after the Dark Urge? Because you look female and you look like a devil of some kind. Karlach has escaped 10 years of service in the Hells with nothing but the axe on her back and the infernal engine blazing furiously where her heart used to be. Yeah, so Will's after you. Okay.
I was sold to the Archdevil Zariel. She put a hellfire engine in my chest and made me her prize soldier. I've escaped now. Thank you, mind flayers. And I've got a few scores to settle. If this engine doesn't burn me to ash first, I'll need people I can trust. An infernal mechanic and a serious amount of luck. But you know what? I'm not worried. After 10 years in the Hells, I can take on anything. I've got my chance at freedom, and believe me, I'm going home.
Okay. The Dark Urge. You remember nothing but a path paved with blood. Unimaginable cruelty whispers to you from within. Can you escape it? Would you even want to? Oh, and your appearance and class can be fully customized? Okay. A white dragon-born sorcerer. Okay.
My rancid blood whispers to me, kill, kill, and kill again. My ruined body yearns to reap death in this world, and when this foul urge calls, it possesses my whole being. Injured, beyond repair. I know nothing besides this. I must resist the dark urge, lest it consume my mind. I must discover who I was, and what happened to me, before my twitching knife hand writes a tragedy in blood.
Ooh, so dramatic. I do love me a good tortured soul. Let's see. So over here, this tells us he is Dragonborn. So despite no ancestral links to the mighty creatures, these Dragonborn share the snowy aspect and frosty breath of white dragons. Interesting. So you're not actually genetically related, and yet you share it. That is incredibly interesting, actually. Okay, obviously he's a sorcerer. Let's see, strength. Muscles and physical power affects your effectiveness with melee weapons. Also determines how far you can jump and how much you can carry. Okay. I do love carrying many, many, many things all the time. Dexterity, agility, reflexes, and balance affects your effectiveness with ranged and finesse weapons. Also affects your initiative and armor class. So that's good to know. Constitution is stamina and physical endurance, affects your hit point maximum. So that's your health, basically, in a nutshell. Intelligence, memory, and mental power improves spell casting for wizards, aka this character. Okay. Wisdom, senses, and intuition improves spell casting for clerics, druids, and rangers. So does that mean wisdom is worthless for wizards and sorcerers? Because what's the difference here? Okay, this is spellcasting for wizards. I'm assuming sorcerer is a wizard. Same term here. That's what I'm going to assume. Wisdom is everybody else that does spellcasting. Charisma, force of personality, improves spellcasting for bards, paladins, sorcerers, and warlocks. Influences traders' prices. Wait, so charisma is important for you? Why is charisma important for a sorcerer? I am so confused on that front. Alright, we're just gonna pretend I understand. It has a star. Charisma's important. Got it. Initiative. Initiative determines who acts first in combat. The higher your initiative, the earlier you take your turn. That sounds familiar. I remember that from Original Sin. Hit points, but that's your health. Let's see. You get Bone Chill. Prevent the target from healing until your next turn. An undead target receives disadvantage on attack rolls. Okay, so that can just prevent people from healing, basically. Oops. Acid Splash. Throws a bubble of acid that damages each creature it hits. Oh wow, that's charming. True Strike. Gain advantage on your next attack roll. Okay. And Light. Infuse an object with an aura of light. Only affects one target at a time. Huh. Okay. Looks like a buff. Cantrips. Yeah, I don't know what cantrips are, but okay. And then spells. Chromatic Orb. Hurl a sphere that deals 3 to 24 thunder damage and possibly creates a surface on impact. Alternatively, choose a different type of damage. Okay. Magic Missile shoots 3 magical darts, each dealing 2 to 5 force damage. They always hit their target. Okay. Frost Breath, spew forth a cone of ice. Nice. And it looks like he is proficient with daggers, quarterstaffs, and light crossbows. Would not think a sorcerer would be proficient in crossbows, but okay. And then Arcane, Medicine, Intimidation, and Persuasion. Interesting. Okay. Karlach is a barbarian. Yep, that adds up. So your strength is obviously the important one. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. Point is, she gains advantage on intimidation and performance checks. Rage. While raging, you are stronger and you deal 2 extra damage with melee and improvised weapons. Wow, I cannot read. And when throwing objects. Cool. Yeah, it's about what I would expect. Proficient with simple and martial weapons, light armor, medium armor, shields, athletics, perception, survival, and intimidation. That's about what I would expect. Barbarian is barbarian, just about in any game. Will. what's your gist? You are a warlock. Again, charisma. Initiative 1. You have a little more health than the Dark Urge. Eldritch Blast. Conjure 1 beam of crackling energy. And then Blade Ward. Take only half the damage from bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing attacks. Spells, you have Armor of Agathis. Gain 5 temporary hit points and deal 5 cold damage to any creature that hits you with a melee attack. Okay, and you can only have temporary hit points from one source at a time. That is also good to know. Arms of Hadar. Prevent targets from using reactions. Okay. Proficient with simple weapons, spears, pikes, halberds, glaives, light armor, shields, arcane animal handling, survival, intimidation, and persuasion. Okay. Shadowheart is a cleric of joy. I will not be playing cleric. I am very bad at keeping people alive. Wisdom is her specialty. She gets firebolt. You hurl some fire at people. Resistance. Make a target more resistant to spell effects and conditions. It receives a plus 1d4 bonus to saving throws. I am going to pretend that I understand that second part of that. Guidance. The target gains a plus 1d4 bonus to ability checks. Okay. Sacred Flame. Engulf a target in a flame-like radiance. Blessings of the Trickster. Grant another creature advantage on stealth checks. And that can only affect one target at a time. Proficient with simple weapons, morning stars, spears, pikes, halberds, glaives, light armor, medium armor, shields, and then history, religion, insight, and medicine. Gale is a wizard. Yeah, I kind of saw that one coming, considering his ego made sure we knew that. Firebolt, we know that. Mage Hand. Create a spectral hand that can manipulate and interact with objects. Oh, okay. Ray of Frost reduces the target's movement speed by 10 feet. And all the spells, wow. Witch Bolt. Link yourself to a target with a bolt of lightning. Deal an additional 1 to 12 lightning damage each turn by activating it. Oh. Fog Cloud. The cloud blinds and heavily obscures creatures within it. Grease. Cover the ground in grease, slowing creatures within and possibly making them fall prone. I remember Grease from the original Sin series. That's fun. Sleep. Put creatures into a magical slumber. Select targets up to a combined 24 hit points. Oh, okay. So you can select as many as you want up to 24 hit points total between all of them. Interesting. Condition ends upon taking damage. Huh. So if you can actually get that to work, you could avoid fights effectively. Thunderwave. Release a wave of thunderous force that pushes away all creatures and objects. Okay. Mage Armor. Protect the target from attacks, increases its armor class to 13, plus its dexterity modifier. Also, initiative is still 1. Proficient with daggers, quarterstaffs, light crossbows, spears, pikes, halberds, glaives, light armor, and shields. Arcane history, investigation, insight, and persuasion. Alright. Lae'zel is a fighter. Okay. Strength is her main stat. Initiative is still 1. She gets a different version of Mage Hand, but it does the same thing. Astral Knowledge. Gain proficiency in all skills of a chosen ability? That's interesting, to say the least. Huh. And that's an action. Second wind, drawing your stamina to heal yourself. That's a nice ability, actually. I like that. And literally proficient in just about everything related to melee fighting. Simple weapons, martial weapons, short swords, long swords, great swords, light armor, medium armor, heavy armor, shields, athletics, aerobics, acrobats, survival, intimidation. Alrighty. And then our vampire elf over here is a rogue. Of course you're a rogue. Okay, dexterity is your main. You have 3 initiatives, so you've got more than the rest of everybody else here. You have firebolt. You get sneak attack from melee, so you deal extra damage to a foe you have an advantage against. And you have sneak attack for the ranged version, which is deal extra damage to a foe you have advantage against. Okay. Simple weapons, hand crossbows, long swords, rapiers, short swords, longbows, short bows, light armor, acrobats, sleight of hand ×2, stealth ×2, perception, deception, performance, and persuasion. Okay. And these are all origin characters. What if I do custom? I don't know if I want to do custom is the problem. Who do I want to? I do not want to be a cleric. Let's not even put that on the board. Can I make you female? This is what I want to know. I want to make you female. I want to make you female. How do I make you female? The most common race in Faerun, humans are known for their tenacity, creativity, and endless capacity for growth. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to do custom here. Well, there's a female. A buffier version of a female. And a very buffy man. Okay. I like the petite. We go petite. I do not want to randomize the appearance. I want to edit appearance. Ooh. Ooh. Very pretty. Well, there you go.
Where to next?
What was that?
Let's hope the locals are friendly.
Hells. Something just woke up down here.
Be wary. This place is trapped.
It's opened. I wonder what's back there.
More of those wretched things.
There's magic keeping this chest sealed. I can feel its aura.
Okay, I like that voice. I don't think I like how it keeps flipping between male and female voices. It would have been very nice if it just limited the voices to male or female, but maybe they did that for inclusion purposes, so I'm not gonna knock it. At least we have choices. I really like this face. I don't want to mess with this face. I want... oh. There's an all? Oh my god. There is an all. This was not what I was expecting. I am pleasantly surprised by this. Okay. I may be Zombie Maiden, but I am not a zombie. Fun fact. That is literally... Does this... Oh, it says orchid. It looks like fuchsia. It is so strong. That is too strong. Too much pink! Okay. I could be a very blue, very, very, very blue human. I am beyond dead. What else do we got? We got dark green. Okay, that's very Martian feeling. We have a slightly more vibrant green. Okay, that at least looks real. So that's good. Dryad. Oh, interesting. Dryad tones are actually a much more subtle green. I can appreciate that. Okay. Fae. Digging the Fae tones. Oops. Yeah, okay. Decay. Okay. Okay, those are the orc tones. Other orc tones, green edition. Ooh, that is very green, but it is also very much orc. At least from my few experiences. What do we have? We have smoke color? Interesting. So it's kind of like a grayish purple. We've got vampire tones. Okay, that just looks straight up human that time. The vampire tones look more human than I would expect. She's pretty, I like that. Wood. Really? Wood tones? Okay. Moon, which is incredibly purple. Unbelievably purple. Sage is kind of an olive tone? Okay. Oh, and then there's literally olive tones. What else we got? We've got gold. Okay. Earth tones. Oh yes, be more red. Gotcha. Amethyst is again very purple. Wisteria is also a purple. I love how it says ice tone. I love it. Pallid. Oh, and then we're getting right back into the more standard tones. Well, cannot say that you don't have a tone in here for you. Oh yes, scars. And tattoos. Okay. That's the nothing option. Oh yes, one right over the nose. It can be Squall. Or the guy from Final Fantasy XVI, I believe, also has a scar over his nose. Yeah, sure. Oh, there is Freckles. You just have to jack up the intensity to see him. Not interested in Freckles right now. Let's see. Okay, every tattoo you could possibly want on your character. I am not going to go through this because I am not interested in putting a tattoo on my character right now. Maybe... Ooh, is that birds? That is birds. Okay, maybe I will leave that. That looks really cute. Ooh, star point. Ugh. No thank you. Yeah, we'll do the birds. Oh, I could do heterochromia. Cool. No. Give me all eye colors, thank you. Demonic. Yes. Absolutely. Or I could go stereotypical red, but I liked demonic. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about some of this. Maybe that. Definitely not that. No. Oh yes, the tear stain look. I might just stick with that. Hair. We can be bald! Yes, true inclusion. We can now be monks. Oh, that's kind of cool. Bushy on the top. Yes, the high cheerleader ponytail style. I feel like you have to have pointy ears to pull that off. Okay, that just straight up gives me Lord of the Rings feel. braids and... Oh, gotcha. Braids, braids, and more braids. Let's just go with the color while I'm thinking about it. Alright, first of all, I need to know where these highlights are. Oh! Okay. Yeah, I always like the silver blue look. And honestly, let me just leave it like that. That's really pretty. Yeah, we're not doing green. Alright, what other styles we got? Oh, that hairstyle just reminds me of EverQuest. They used to have artwork of this very blonde, like, sorceress, and she always had her hair tied like that. I absolutely loved that artwork. Okay, that is just aesthetically pleasing. Alrighty. Oh yes, now we have wavy curls. Gorgon. I guess that's one way to describe this look. Oh look, we could make ourselves look like On from Persona a little bit. It's not full-on ponytails, but close enough. There is a lot of hairstyles. No, just no. Is there any here that pique my interest? Oh yes, long braid edition. I may just go with that for simplicity's sake. I am not using facial hair. I am playing a woman. Not to say women do not have facial hair. I just do not want this one to have it. Is there a setting for ears? No? Okay. How do I get out of this? I do not want to go back to that. Alright. Oh, probably change your race. Alright. Elf. With ethereal countenances and long lifespans, elves are at home with nature's power, flourishing in light and dark alike. Tiefling, which looks like a demon. Okay. Descended from devils of the 9 hells, tieflings face constant suspicion in Faerun. Thankfully, their arcane abilities make them natural survivors. Drow? Ooh. I like you. Drow, driven to the Underdark. Most Drow have adopted a ruthless pragmatism. They're pragmatic. While the Lolith Sworn delight in the goddess's evil tenets, the Seldarine reject her attempt to overthrow the leader of the Elven Pantheon. Huh. I apologize. I cannot pronounce half of these. Human. We already know what a human is. Githonki? Oh no. Githonki, I think. I heard her pronounce it and then I forgot. With a ruthlessness born from mind flare enslavement, Githonki ride the astral sea atop red dragons, bringing their silver swords and Pisonic might to bear against any trace of the Aesthetic menace. Alrighty. Dwarf. As durable and unyielding as their homes of stone, dwarves are some of the finest warriors, miners, and smiths of Faerun. High Elf. Curious, ambitious, and versatile, half-elves are welcome everywhere, but struggle without a community to call their own. So that's the half-elf. The halfling. Small yet capable, halflings prefer the comforts of home and hearth, but their natural luck and dexterity makes them fine adventurers. And I instantly think of The Hobbit. Again, Lord of the Rings. Gnome. Small, clever, and energetic, gnomes use their long lives to explore Faerun's brightest corners and darkest depths. Ooh, you're so cute. Dragonborn. A proud race that values clan and skills above all else. Once enslaved by dragons, they strive to be self-sufficient, not wanting to be beholden to anyone, not even the gods. And half-orc. Creatures of intense emotion, half-orcs are more inclined to act than contemplate. Whether the rage burning their bodies compels them to fight, or the love filling their hearts inspires acts of incredible kindness. Okay. Oh, you can be a bard. You know music is more than a fancy, it is power. Through study and adventure, you have mastered song, speech, and the magic within. Alright. Let's see. Druid. Druids channel the elemental forces of nature and share a deep kinship with animals. Mastery of wild shape allows them to transform into beasts from all over the realms. Ranger. Rangers are unrivaled scouts and trackers, honing a deep connection with nature in order to hunt their favored prey. Let's see. We already know these guys. Barbarian, fighter, rogue, sorcerer, warlock, and wizard are all part of the origins. Which my guess is they are more than likely going to be other characters in the game. Same with the cleric. Paladins. Fueled by the oath you swore to uphold justice and righteousness, you are a beacon of hope in dark times. And then monk. Channel your cosmic enlightenment by deftly dodging and efficiently disassembling your foes through stunning strikes and a whirlwind of martial art attacks. You know what? Why not? We're going bard. Charisma is going to be our preference. What is a cantrip? Change your cantrip selection by choosing from the spells listed below. Cantrips don't use spell slots and can be cast at will. Okay. Vicious Mockery. Insult a creature. It has disadvantage on its next attack roll. Blade Ward. Take only half the damage from bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing attacks. Then there's Mage Hand. True Strike, which is gain advantage on your next attack roll. Friends. Gain advantage on charisma checks against a non-hostile creature. In higher difficulty modes, the target might accuse you of enchanting them. Nice. Larian Studios putting in a little bit of balancing there. Dancing Lights. Illuminate a 30-foot radius. Light. Infuse an object with an aura of light. Minor Illusion. Create an illusion that compels nearby creatures to investigate. Oh, I might like that, actually. Does not take up a spell slot and can be cast at will. Problem is like half of the other characters have Mage Hand already. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Do that. We'll create illusions and we'll be friends with everybody. Spells. Choose spells from below. Spells require spell slots to cast unless a feature states otherwise. Let's see. I'm just going to take all these out by default. Animal friendship. Convince a beast not to attack you. The creature must have an intelligence of 3 or less. Condition ends early if you or an ally hurts the target. In higher difficulty modes, the target might become hostile when the spell ends. Bane. Up to 3 creatures receive a negative 1d4 penalty to attack rolls and saving throws. Okay. Oops. Charm person. Charm a humanoid to prevent it from attacking you. You gain advantage on charisma checks and dialogue. Okay. Cure wounds, which is heal a creature you can touch. That in general might just be good. Disguise self. Magically change all aspects of your appearance? Why would I want to do that? Huh. I wonder. Dissonant whispers. Frighten a creature, it will be easier to hit and cannot move. Okay. Fairy fire. All targets within the light turn visible and attack rolls against them have advantage. Oh. Feather fall. You and nearby allies gain immunity to falling damage, yes. Highly. Oh. It's 4 to 11. Oh, that's a weaker healing. Gotcha. Heroism. Make yourself or a target immune to frightened and gain 5 temporary hit points each turn. Long Strider. Increase a creature's movement by 10 feet. Sleep. You know what sleep is. Which might actually be useful. Speak with animals. Gain the ability to comprehend and communicate with beasts. Tasha's hideous laughter. Leave a creature prone with laughter without the ability to get up. The creature must have an intelligence of 5 or more. The target can try to shake off the effect each time it takes damage. Thunder Wave. Release a wave of thunderous force that pushes away all creatures and objects. Well, I want to be able to speak to animals, because that sounds like that would be interesting. And honestly, I think I'm going to go with sleep more than likely. Either that... should I get an attack spell? Maybe I should do Bane. I have a debuff. Starting instrument. Pick the instrument you would like to use. It will influence the soundscape when you cast spells and can be changed later by equipping a different instrument. You know what? Give me a lute. All the best bards have lutes. Background. Oh, okay, this gives you more skills. You are curious and well-read with an unending thirst for knowledge. Learning about rare lore of the world will inspire you to put this knowledge to greater purpose. That is the Sage. Acolyte. You have spent your life in service to a temple, learning sacred rites and providing sacrifices to the god or gods you worship. Serving the gods and discovering their sacred works will guide you to greatness. Alright. Charlatan. Yes. You're an expert in manipulation, prone to exaggeration, and more than happy to profit from it. Bending the truth and turning allies against each other will lead to greater success down the road. Yes, I will probably go with that. Criminal. You have a history of breaking law and survive by leveraging less than legal connections. Profiting from criminal enterprise will lead to greater opportunities in the future. So that gives deception and stealth. Entertainer. You live to sway and subvert your audience, engaging common crowds in high society alike, preserving art and bringing joy to the hapless and downtrodden heightens your charismatic aura. Folk hero. You're a champion of the common people, challenging tyrants and monsters to protect the helpless. Saving innocents in imminent danger will make your legend grow. Guild Artisan. Your skill in a particular craft will earn you membership in a mercantile guild, offering privileges and protection while engaging in your art. Repairing and discovering rare crafts will bring new inspiration. Okay. Did this actually tell me? Oh, okay, if I hover over the skills, it'll tell me exactly. Noble. You were raised in a family among the social elite, accustomed to power and privilege. Accumulating renown, power, and loyalty will raise your status. Outlander. You grew up in the wilds, learning to survive far from the comforts of civilization. Surviving unusual hazards of the wild will enhance your prowess and understanding. Soldier. You are trained in battlefield tactics and combat, having served in a militia, mercenary company, or officer corps. Show smart tactics and bravery on the battlefield to enhance your prowess. Urchin. After surviving a poor and bleak childhood, you know how to make the most out of a very little. Using your street smarts bolsters your spirit for the journey ahead. Let's see. Charlatan gives me deception, which is lying and cheating. So you manipulate the truth. And it looks like you get more charisma out of that? And then sleight of hand, which is based off of dexterity. Which you have nimble fingers and you can steal stuff. Let's see. History, persuasion. Do I have performance by... I do have performance by default. I also have persuasion by default. So let's pick something a little bit better. Because the more skills we have, the better. Yeah, I don't have stealth or sleight of hand by default. I don't think... Do I even have deception? I do have deception by default. Let's see. So that might be good, having sleight of hand, as well as stealth. I already have I do not have survival by default. Athletics would be wasted on my character. Strength is like the worst skill I have. What does insight do? Read people and situations, detect lies. I think I'm gonna go with this. Gotcha. Do I have anything that actually requires wisdom? Nope. Oh wow, that was a hard... I'm gonna go charisma and dexterity mostly, I think. There we go. Alright, well, we are going to end this episode here. I will go ahead and see you next time. If you have any comments, suggestions, leave them below. Like, subscribe if you feel extra generous. Otherwise, have a good day and see you next time. Bye!